What is going on, guys? I am Simple Simon, and today we're going to talk about the Crow comic book. If you asked me when I was like 13 what my favorite movie was, I would have told you The Crow was my favorite movie. And today I'm going to have a guest come in and talk with me about it. I haven't hung out with her for a long time, so I wanted to have her on. Anyway, we'll quickly go through the chat before I bring her in. Chop and Drop dropped in first just before the stream started. He cannot make it here live, but I appreciate you dropping in and saying hi. Our buddy the Grey Man. What's going on, mate? We got X11 Bravo. What's going on? New subscriber of mine recently. Thank you to Super Russ for shouting me out. Evils, what's going on, mate? Station indeed. Super Russ, the man himself, is here. Thank you, guys. So I'm going to try to keep it to about an hour and see how we go, but I'm going to bring in my guest, and I'm excited. It's been way too long since she's been on my channel, and I want to hang out with her. So please welcome. Wait, how am I going to do this? Matilda Gothika.
Hello. He's disappointed I'm not space buns. Hello. What can I do? It's like the transition between a princess and a trollop.
It is going to be lots of fun today with you, I bet. Okay. So,
hello, Bravo Comics. Oh, nice name. Bravo Comics.
Bravo Comics. If you guys don't know Matilda, make sure you follow the links in the description below because I got all the information down there.
We have a whole schedule. Simon has a reception list.
Normally it's like a whole page, but look, it's just a blank page with like 4 things written at the top. So
normally yes, my pages are empty.
That's just the guide. That's just the guide. So hey,
Mad Spidey.
What's going on, mate? Check out Mad Spidey's latest video. He showed off some art in his latest video.
I need to catch up on those. Hi,
cool.
Evil Comics.
The Crow. You've seen the movie, Matilda?
Yes, I rewatched it for for our stream and the video I made.
I wish I actually rewatched it because it's a movie that I've watched enough times in my life to know enough about it, like to remember it enough, I guess. But I guess it would have been good to actually have a refresher since I read the book.
Well, I never actually fully watched it. I only watched bits of it on TV. So I figured I should probably watch the whole thing from start to finish. You
recently watched it for the first time. Oh, that's cool. So what did you think of that film? Because it's kind of old now. It's pretty old.
Yeah, it's good in its own way, but I do think the comic is much better in a lot of ways. But it's still a nice movie. I mean, some of the effects might be a little outdated already, but overall, it's a fun watch. I think.
Hey, it's pretty revolutionary for its time.
It got the atmosphere right. That evil atmosphere. That's the 10 there.
But the effects, like, Brandon Lee died right before they got to finish filming it.
Yeah, so he got shot, right?
Yeah, to be able to do what they did and make it look like he was in the whole film was a pretty good effort.
I didn't know that. I also didn't know he was Bruce Lee's son.
That's right.
I had no idea. I looked up for the movie and I was like, oh wait, he's Bruce Lee's son?
Yes. I guess he doesn't look, because he's only half Asian, I guess. So he doesn't look as Asian as Bruce Lee. Crow was one of the
it leads quite common surname, I suppose. So I wouldn't have connected them.
So I actually still remember, right, the day that because Brandon Lee got shot on my birthday.
Oh,
March 31st, right? And I actually still remember going down to the milk bar or the newsagent and getting the newspaper, and he was on the front page. It was a photo of him sitting on a motorbike saying that he got shot. And in that same
where did he get shot? Where did he get shot though?
I'm not too sure. So apparently what happened was there was a fragment so they were shooting blanks, obviously, because it's a movie. And I think fragment was in the chamber.
Right, so that's how that happened.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy considering it's just a fragment that's how full on a gunshot is, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I still remember being a kid and that being on the newspaper. And in that same day, the paper that had like, because the Crow was coming out, they had a big section all about the Crow, and I got all excited. And back then, I was like real young. I was like 11 or 12 back then. 11, I think.
That is impressive that they managed to film it, to finish it without him, especially back then.
That's right.
So how they, I heard before in the past that they used stunt doubles to finish the movie.
Yeah, but then they used computerized stuff to put his face onto the other actor.
Wow! In that case, that is impressive.
I think that's
For
So
that time, that is very impressive.
It was
But
like
I meant like
93.
I meant more like the scenes of, you know, how they fly into the city and the Crow and everything. That looks slightly outdated. I meant that part.
Like from the bird's eye view.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know about the computerized stuff, by the way. I thought that like they finished the movie, but they didn't edit it, and that's when he got shot.
Yeah, see, everyone says that it's the scene when everyone's shooting him on the table, but someone else told me that wasn't it. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, right?
Can you explain to me the weird Asian sister? Why was she in the movie? Was she necessary?
Look, I think. I mean, we'll get to the later, I guess, as far as like what was better and stuff. But yeah, she was well, she knows, yeah, because she's not in the comic book at all. So I guess
she's not.
I want to talk about some of the differences between the comic book and the movie, amongst other things.
I guess the director really loves some Asian persuasion, eh?
She has some good lines. She was kind of creepy, you know. You know, when she's talking about the girl's eye, she's like, "I like her eyes" or something, and then.
I don't think she was necessary. Honestly, you could have taken her out, and it would have changed anything. If anything, they kind of ruined it using her that she knew about the Crow. I think it ruined it for that part. But I bitched about it in my video already.
Yeah, so you know the main bad guy in the movie, his name. I don't think they actually say his name in the whole movie. Maybe once.
No, they do. They say Top Dollar.
They do. Okay, so Top Dollar, right? So Top Dollar in the comic book is barely in it. He was one of the bad guys.
No, he is in it. No, he's in it. He's in it quite a few times.
No, he's in it at the start, but I'm pretty sure he's one of the guys who gets killed right at the start. So
no, it's not.
No. The main bad guy. Whoa! Don't get too offended.
I'm here. No, the grandma's passing by.
Put a 1K subscriber giveaway comment video. Are you doing a giveaway, K Titus? So that's what's going on because you're nearly at 1,000. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, cool.
I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, no. So in the book, Top Dollar is right at the start, right? But
yeah, but then he's also he does appear there several times. No, why do you think only one time?
The main bad guy in this, the Top Dollar equivalent in this is actually T-Bird.
No, it's still Top Dollar.
No, it's T-Bird. Are you going through your book? Is that what you're doing? Why'd you disappear?
No, I told you my grandma's passing by.
Oh, okay. Come on, can't we see your grandma? Can she make a cameo?
No.
I'm positive that because he keeps referring to T-Bird at the end. So T-Bird is the last guy.
Because they changed it. They got rid of quite a few bad guys from the gang, left a lot less of them, and made a smaller gang. That's the thing. He kills a lot more guys in the movie, and also not to mention they race swap them for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying is the last guy that he's after is T-Bird.
No, it's Top Dollar, my man.
No, man.
It's Top Dollar.
Yeah, because the whole time I was trying to look. Hang on, I'm
Top Dollar's the last one he kills. He's the leader of the gang.
Okay. Has anyone in the chat read this book? Because clearly I have not, apparently. I am telling you that the last guy is... Here we go.
Top Dollar.
He says
is
right
Top
here,
Dollar.
Hey T-Bird. He says, hey T-Bird. Can you see that? Can't see that, but
I'm telling you, that's top dollar. That's
No,
the one with the dreadlocks.
no, it's T-Bird. He says T-Bird right there. Where's my finger? Can you guys
I
see
don't
that?
know. For the whole thing, they kept calling him top dollar.
No. T-Bird is the main bad guy in this. Top Dollar is right at the start, and he gets wasted like right in the beginning, pretty much. Like because right at the start, he kills a whole bunch of people. Have you guys both read the same book? Clearly, we haven't. She's thinking about the movie too much. That's what I'm saying. In the comic, there was a guy like a pimp that they took out, got filmed, but took out. Okay. But no, T-Bird is definitely the
There
last
we
person.
go. Okay.
T-Bird is definitely the last person that he kills.
Okay, go to the scene where they do the nasty rape stuff.
Oh, well, that's another
top
bit.
dollar.
That's no, yeah, but that's a flashback. That's a flashback. Top Dollar.
I don't know, Simon. That was top dollar.
No. Top Dollar is
He's the gang. He's the leader of the gang, and first Eric isn't going to really kill him, but then, well.
No. Top Dollar was at the start, and then he gets killed at the start.
No, he doesn't. He gets killed at the end.
This book chat is going terrible right now. I just showed the proof before. He said, "Hey T-Bird," that was at the end. Hey T-Bird. Here. Yeah, look. See, this is the end, right? See how little of the book is left? That is him approaching the final bad guy, and he says, "Hey T-Bird." You guys can see that, right? Hey T-Bird.
Pretty sure his name was Top Dollar, though.
No,
I don't know. They referred to him as that, though. I'm sure. I still got the price tag here.
So Fun Boy was in it a lot.
But yeah, Fun Boy.
Top Dollar and the other dude get killed very quickly in it. So this discussion's going terrible, Matilda. This is like one of my main points was that Top Dollar was not the main bad guy, and you're disagreeing with me.
I really hate this edition.
This is actually the end, and then look, it goes black. He smashes him to death with a hammer, right? And he says, "Hey T-Bird, I heard your name is T-Bird and not Top Dollar." Can you see that? That says T-Bird.
I don't know. I was sure it was Top Dollar, though, was his name.
You know, for once, I was the one who concentrated in the book. But only because I know the movie, I guess, so well that I was trying to find all the bits that were, circumstances. What's going on? Thank you for joining.
Interesting, because when I click on to find him, it does show the image of the guy I'm thinking about. So, I don't know.
Because right at the start of the book, he goes and wastes like everyone. Like he kills everyone in the first like 2 chapters. And Top Dollar is one of the guys like that's right at the start. And yeah, he's there in the rape scene because
he's the gang leader.
No. It's the flashback. It's a flashback, that bit.
But he's still the gang leader.
No, T-Bird is the gang leader.
Yes, I mean that guy. Okay, I don't know. For some reason, I was sure it was Top Dollar. I remember they referred to him a lot as Top Dollar. Maybe the gang is just. Maybe that's how the gang is called. Maybe that's why.
T-Bird is Top Dollar's nickname. Is that true? No. No. Don't want to ask James O'Barr. Oh, by the way, just while we got just a couple.
So wait, is it him? So we might both be right.
No, it's not. That's my book signed by James O'Barr right there. See that? Nice. Yeah. Anyway, some of the other differences, right? So Sherry in the book. I mean, sorry, in the
here, look, Evil Comic Chick says they are the same people. T-Bird is Top Dollar.
Okay, well that makes sense now. But still, they refer to him more as T-Bird. Well,
I guess I just remembered him as Top Dollar, and that's how they referred to him as well. I just remembered they called him Top Dollar.
Okay. Well, that is Top Dollar, the original name for. I don't know. All right. Well, at least someone cleared it up. Thank you, Evil, for clearing that up. Next. Yeah. Okay. Next. All right. So the next difference in the movie, the girl's name is Sarah, but in the comic, it was
It's
Sherry.
Sherry,
Sherry.
yeah.
Sherry. Right.
I did wonder why they did that. I mean, does it really matter?
Not really, but I think and obviously the cop in it was still there, Olbrecht or whatever his name was.
Olbrat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Olbrat, actually.
So
Olbrat.
it was interesting that the comic book, they were barely really relevant in the comic book.
Well, no, it was in the scene with the Nonella. It was in the scene with the store, with the pawn shop.
Okay, well,
It was there. That was quite a relevant scene where he
yeah,
goes to
of
look
course.
for
That
the ring.
The pawn shop scene was the most, like, the movie did that spot on, right?
Not really. I mean, the fat dickhead doesn't die there. Although they do kill him off in a pretty cool way later.
Sorry, you're correct. He doesn't die in the movie, does he? He gets like, he jumps out of the shop as it blows up.
Yeah.
That's right. Here we go. All the fandom online says that too. Yeah, but maybe that's the movie fandom that's saying they're two different guys. I still think
I kind of think that in the movie they combined Olbrat the cop and the detective into one person.
Because
now the detective and the cop, I think in the movie they combined them into the same guy.
Yeah, because in the book he gives him the cat, but he doesn't give Olbrecht the cat. He gives it to the detective. And
but in the book, the cat doesn't belong to him. It belongs to an old lady, one of the gang members of T-Bird kills. His name is Gabrielle, and he turns out to be a girl.
That's right. Yeah.
I think Eric goes to that lady's house and takes the cat. But in the movie, the cat originally belonged to him and Shelley. Yeah, and he is actually a boy.
How do you know it's a boy?
Because they say so in the movie.
Does he? In the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I wish I did watch the movie now again, because it has been quite some time. But I watched it over and over back in the day.
Yes, and he also left a note to Albaraz to take care of Shelley. Of Sherry,
yes.
I mean.
Yeah, so that happened. That was Albrecht, but the cat was going to the detective.
Yeah, so I think in the movie he combined them both. Yeah, because in the movie, Sherry or Sarah, it looks like she takes the cat with her.
But see, I think the movie did a good job with. It needed to have other characters in there, I think. So that's why they made those characters more relevant, and I think that was a smart thing to do in the movie.
Well, I mean, they're gonna make changes. It is a movie.
Yeah, but in the book, it's really just about him murdering people and then just having flashbacks to him and his girlfriend and him getting all depressed about it.
Yeah, which was I don't know. I preferred the graphic novel more.
And also, he wasn't a rock star. He wasn't in a band in this one. In the comic,
no. In the comic, he's a repairman of some sort.
He's a ballet dancer.
He's a repairman. Are you sure you read the comic, Simon?
Isn't he a ballet dancer?
No, he dances in honor of Shelley, I think. He's not a ballet dancer.
Okay. Well, what's she then? Is she a ballet dancer?
No, Shelley doesn't seem to really do anything.
Yeah, she's just like lying around naked all the time, right? That's what she does.
Well, no, I think I don't know. They don't specify a job or a family, so we don't know.
In the original comic,
maybe Top Dollar was the name of their gang.
I always thought Top Dollar was a really weird name. I thought it was very funny that was the name Top Dollar. It's kind of weird.
I don't know. Maybe it did get them confused. But no, the guy Top Dollar is meant to be T-Bird in the movie. Again.
There was a lot of cat references. Like, it was really weird. Like, there was that bit where he's like, I'll have friends. Yeah, you know how he gets his, he tells I think it was Sherry's mum, there's a bunch of my friends that will guide you to where you need to go. And I was like, a whole bunch of cats. I was like,
yeah.
When did this become a thing?
I love that. I love seeing cats.
Is the cat Top Dollar? No.
Possibly.
Another weird thing I thought that obviously doesn't happen in the movie, and I guess maybe it's like, the crow keeps talking to him in the comic.
Yeah.
I found that weird. I don't know
I
if I
actually
like it.
quite like that.
It makes sense because I guess in the movie you don't really have to say, like, it's not like they're going to have a bird saying that, but maybe, what's the word? Metaphorically, he's doing it.
Well, it's not metaphorically, it's in his head. The
Yeah,
crow is
yeah.
a spirit.
And then there was that weird. What was that weird like skeleton dude with the
That was the gunslinger. He was meant to make sure that Eric stayed on his task.
Okay, yeah, because he like how many times did he show up? Because there was that
Only 2 times,
twice.
I
Yeah,
think, or
twice,
three.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Once in the beginning and the scene in the train, and then towards the end after Eric finishes his job.
and there's a really cool image of him the first time he appears.
Says the Asian girl was a guy in the comic trying to steal his powers. What? There was no Asian guy trying to steal his powers, I assure you.
Maybe there was, but we just couldn't tell because the book's in black and white.
What does that have to do with it?
Couldn't tell that he was Asian. Another.
I mean, that even help? Are we supposed to see if he's yellow?
Maybe. So there is. Where is it? Yeah, there was a couple of bits that I thought was weird. So when he saves Sherry's mum.
Yeah.
And from injecting the morphine, and Funboy has all the syringes.
Yeah, that was weird as well.
And then he just injects himself with it. I'm like, why is he taking drugs? That was so bizarre.
Oh well, before he kills, I think he says it's to not to feel anything.
But he does it a bunch. He does it that time. He injects himself in the neck, and then at the end when he kills everyone, he injects he carves that thing in his body and injects himself with a whole bunch of them. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? You don't get high. You're like dead.
Well, he must have had a reason.
This actually should have been the scene. So you said you really like the art, yeah?
Yeah.
So does anyone like James O'Barr did the whole book, right? He drew everything, right?
That's amazing.
I've never read a book where the art style varied so much through the entire story.
I think that was an excellent choice.
So all the flashbacks are done, and obviously, hang on, let me just see.
Yeah, because it's a time where Eric was happy and everything was peaceful, and then when we reach the future where everything has gone to shit, everything is shown, and how disgusting the city is, how evil everything is. It's meant to represent that.
See, you're an artist, Matilda, and you see that stuff. I'm Simple Simon. I don't see that stuff. I'm just like, why is the art so weird now? I like the art.
I actually quite love the transitions. I said that even I wished in the movie they did that too, where they do show back, they do show flashbacks of Shelley and Eric. But the thing is, I wish in the movie they also did the flashbacks in a completely different color, in white, where everything's white around them and everything's in these soft, light colors. Instead, it's in red and the same color palette as the movie, which doesn't differentiate it very much.
Hang on. Just Abel wants to see an example. Okay, so this is like the standard story art in the story. So it looks like, and it's not bad. It's nothing fantastic, but it suits the story, right?
It's meant to be like that. It's meant to be this ugly thing to show how ugly everything is in there.
Right. And then I'll show you the flashback art. Look at this. It goes from that, and this is absolutely beautiful, right? This stuff
is.
Right here.
It's beautiful. It's just amazing. That skill. That skill is amazing. Notice also how there's a lot less black in the flashback art. It's more gray and white mainly to show how happy Eric was back then.
It's funny because you guys. That's why I don't like doing book reviews and reviews in general, because I don't look at things the way you guys look at it. I just So that's a perfect example of a page, right? So look at that, and then on the same page, you're going back to that.
Yeah, that's meant to be that transition.
So yeah, I'd never read a book that looked like this or was yeah
I think it
anything
was
like
an
this.
excellent idea that he
But I
did it
feel
like
like
that.
sometimes like the art, like for example, there's one shot towards the end where I was like, I didn't like the way he did the proportions of the body. It just looked really bizarre. It didn't look right. If I can find it. But yeah, like there's definitely some. Oh, hang on, I'll show you this. There was one thing I saved on my iPad that I was like, this looks sick. Like I love this.
All right, yes. So what didn't you like?
I don't know if I saved the thing I didn't like on my iPad. I have to look for it in the book.
Yeah, that is a cool scene where he burns down the house, and he burns down the house.
But I just find like the proportions change a lot in the book. Oh, there's that gunslinger guy.
Yeah, there he is. And there's Death. I wonder if that's meant to be Death from Neil Gaiman, because she looks like a young woman with dark hair. Because I was wondering when did Sandman come out? If there was a connection, why did he represent Death as a young woman? Because Eric kisses her at some point as well, which was interesting.
Wait, did he? What, the lady at the end?
Yeah, the lady that's meant to be Death, I think. He kisses her. Which was interesting. I wondered why. You also see a scene where he talks to her, too, so...
I wonder what this would have been like, though, back in the day as it was coming out, like, to read it issue by issue. Because I read the first half really quickly, and then it took my time to finish the second half.
Well, you probably needed a lot of reference books.
But there's some more.
What the fuck do you want, computer?
What's going on?
My computer's nagging.
Yeah, and I skipped through a lot of the poetry stuff. I didn't know.
I read it. I read the poetry.
I read some, but as the longer it got, because I knew I had to do the stream, I was like, you know what? I'm going to skip all this stuff. So.
Yeah, you're hilarious. I thought you already finished a long time ago. I was hurrying to catch up with you, and then Simon, I'm done with the book. I'm still not. Man,
I started it ages ago, and then I just had all this stuff happen. So hey, Station, Travis, what's going on, mate?
TM Station.
And I love this art of the back. I don't know what it was used for, but
sorry, TM Nerdy. I had some art that was added.
Just like the general art he did, like. That's amazing. Where's that other one?
I thought it was amazing. That was very beautiful.
Did you
read the explanation where Shelley is named after Mary Bessie Shelley, the writer of Frankenstein, and Eric is named after the Phantom of the Opera. So kind of Shelley's the creator of a monster in a way.
Oh.
That's why he named them like that. Wait, Statation?
Huh? Station.
Yeah,
Station. It's a Bill and Ted thing.
I mean, wait, no, because you said Nerdy Station, TM Station. And here it says TM Nerdy, so I'm confused now.
I think I said Travis before as well. But it's funny because, one of the first one of the first graphic novels I guess I bought was a Crow one. I might have it somewhere. Give me a sec.
Take your time.
So
that was quick.
One of the first. Are you going to come back or what? Is your grandma just like chilling in the background, like photo bombing? Yeah. So what's going on? Hey mate, what's going on?
Aggressively relaxing.
So one of the first books I bought when I bought trades first before I ventured into floppies was this.
Oh, that's very cool.
So it's called The Crow, Death and Rebirth. So it was kind of like
another one, right?
Yeah, it was set in like
Japan. Need to buy that as well now. Oh, really? In Japan? That sounds awesome.
I'll send you this one because I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't like it was
That sounds
terrible, but it
very
was just,
cool. I should look that one up. Maybe I could find it on Amazon.
I don't
Oh,
know.
actually, no. I'll look at previews. Maybe I could buy it off of previews.
It just got weird. Like there's a bit. I think they go into hell and all this sort of stuff, and it kind of just got a little bit out there for me.
Sounds like it would be really cool. Was hard to pick up the special edition as well. Seemed to be running low on them or something, but I really hate it because it's not good for sweaty fingers.
Yeah, that's the same version as I got.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
I must say this. The dust jacket feels. It's
I
really
fucking hate dust jackets. I
Yeah.
curse whoever invented them to spend eternity in hell.
I like hardcovers, but I must say I do like the hardcovers where it's just printed onto the book, right?
I'll tell you what, this thing is supposed to protect it from dust, yeah? It's got the dust on it, so what did you accomplish?
And to be
Not
honest,
to mention that thing moves up and down all the time, so I took it off while I was reading.
yeah, that's what I do because I don't want to damage these things because I'm a collector, you know.
I'm tempted to just rip them and throw them in the trash next time.
No, you need it. You need it.
No, I don't need it.
They didn't do anything cool. So normally when you take these off, though, there's like a cool imprint on the book, but this is literally just nothing. Oh, that looks nice.
Well, I suppose it is nice, but it's just a black book underneath, which is fitting.
They are a pain to look after, though, I must say. Because when they get all damaged, they don't look good.
Well, yeah. It's a shame there's not a trade paperback version. I would have bought that.
I'm sure there would be. I'm sure there is.
I hope so. If I find one day, this one's flying out the window. Well, no, I'll give it to the library.
Give it to the library. Is that where you donate your books?
Well, yeah, the trade paperback ones I donate to the library.
I kind of wonder though, like, because obviously there was a lot of Crow books, and James O'Barr wrote more Crow books. But
I've read that it was mentioned that he wrote much more.
I don't think I'm actually watching a couple on eBay at the moment, but I wonder, like, I don't think they took like the other Crow movies. Have you seen any of the? I'm guessing you haven't seen any of the other Crow movies.
Not yet, but I do want to.
Like, if you watch the second movie, it's very much the same as the first one. Like it's.
Well, I mean, it would kind of be, I suppose, like the idea with the Ghost Rider. You got one spirit of vengeance inhabiting a body. In this case, you have the spirit of the Crow coming to help people get revenge, get justice for what happened to them. So the base idea will, in fact, be the same. Someone gets brutally murdered. The Crow inhabits them. They come back to, well, not exactly to life. They come back. They murder those who wronged them, and that's it.
This is the other one that James O'Barr wrote. So it's called Flesh and Blood.
Ooh, cool.
And that looks like, just looking at it, it looks like it's supposed to be Eric Draven again. I mean, I don't know. So I'd be actually curious to read what these other ones are about.
I would be too. Be interesting if it is Eric. Although you think it wouldn't, because what would you bring him back for? That's why when I first you told me there's more than one Crow movie, I was like, what the hell are they gonna do with Eric? It's like a one and done story. What, you're gonna bring him back again?
Mark Dacascos actually played the Crow in the TV series. So they did a TV series.
I thought it was a TV series?
Yeah, but so the TV series was based on the movie, and I think because he was playing Eric Draven, it had all the same characters in the movie, but it was kind of like B grade.
But what? How did the series go? Was the finale him becoming the Crow?
I only watched the first few episodes. No, it was like it's just like they slowed it all down. Like it wasn't. What
was the point then?
Actually, I don't know. It actually might have been more like the comic, maybe. I only watched the first few episodes.
Well, the thing is, the comic, in the movie, they speed things up a lot, but in the comic, it does go over several days at least.
Movie, because I got a feeling in the TV series, he might have done the stuff where he's like going into heaven or, weird things like that.
I should check that out, maybe.
something about this second movie, right? So the second movie, what was the name of the actor? It's a French guy.
French guy.
Uh, ah,
Yeah, Pierre LeBlanc.
someone.
Is a very good French name.
I feel like, oh man, see, back in the day, I would have known straight away. I've actually got the trading cards. Check this. My friend gave me the set of City of Angels trading cards.
Fucking hell, Simon. Do you have everything in hand reach?
Yes, pretty much. But there's a really good line. So there's a bit where he fights the girl who was the Yellow Power Ranger. All right, she's in the second movie, and there's a bit where they're in a fight, and she goes to him, "Do you know how to fight?" And he goes, "Do you know how to die?" This is like, oh man, Vincent Perez. I knew it was Perez. I couldn't think of the first name. He was also in Queen of the Damned. Whoa.
Oh, Queen of the Damned. I watched that movie.
Do you want to know a story about that? So a bunch of my friends are in that movie.
Oh, really? Wait, that's what the Vampire Lestat, right?
It's got a liar in it. And it's meant to be like, I think it's meant to be like related to Interview with the Vampire or something. But
because it's the Vampire Lestat is connected to the universe of the series of Han Rice, and Lestat meets the Queen of the Damned, who's the oldest vampire, along with her husband, who she killed.
Yeah. So they filmed that here in Melbourne, and
that was cool.
They had auditions for the concert scene.
Imagine some Aussie vampires.
So back then they did auditions they needed extras, right? So back then me and my friends were all these punk rockers, right? So we went and all auditioned for this movie, and we all got the role. Like we all got accepted, except I was the shooting dates clashed with I was supposed to go up to Queensland, so I couldn't do it. But all my friends did it. So my friends are actually in that.
Imagine I would have seen you there, like, holy shit, that's Simon.
Yeah, a lot of my friends are actually in that concert scene. Hey, C-list E-Man, what's going on?
Cool. So, I quite liked the Lestat movie. It was interesting.
Wait. I do the third movie. I remember there was the one with Eddie Furlong in it, and Tara Reid and David Boreanaz. I can't remember if that was the third or fourth. And then there was the Crow Salvation. I don't ever remember a Japanese guy being in the Crow movie. You're gonna have to fill me in on that one.
Right, Simon, what's on our schedule? I think we ran off of it a bit.
Sorry. So we've basically covered most things already, but I guess what was better? So you think the comic book was better?
I think in the end of the day, it's what you prefer.
Yeah, I just think
both of them did their own thing. The movie made itself more, appropriate for most viewers. They changed things to fit the common, not the common denominator, but they made it more to fit something the general audience would enjoy watching.
Yeah. So one of the full-on scenes, like one of the most full-on things about the comic book, was about the rape scene, right? Even
then, they don't really show the actual rape.
They don't show it, but so in the comic book, they all take turns at doing it to her, but then she's screaming, so they shoot her in the head and blow her head to bits, and then Fun Boy still has his turn. That is the most brutal thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, which shocked me. Like Eric tells him, "I'll give you an easy death," and I'm like, Eric, this is the motherfucker who raped your. No, that was before. Because at first I thought only Fun Boy raped her before we got to the actual where they showed us how that happened. I was like, Eric, this is the guy who raped your fiance, and you're gonna give him an easy death? Really?
Mad Spidey was. I'm gonna guess it's Mr. Nice Guy because that was filmed in Melbourne as well. Yeah, I just thought that description of that whole rape scene, I just think that's
poor Eric too, because he was shot and then he was. And at first, when I first get into the story, I thought Shelley was yelling at him, "Don't look." But then when we get to it, the Crow was yelling at him, "Don't look." And you know why Eric's one of his eyes is a different color? Because he was shot in the head, and it killed the iris of the eye.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, you notice that you look in, you see the one eye is different. I'm like, does he have two different colored eyes? I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it's in black and white. What are you talking about? Oh, wait. I think I see it. Wait. Yeah, see? Ballet dancer.
He's not a ballet dancer, my dude.
Um,
Simon, you are a lover of sexy art, and you don't notice details in art. Disgusting.
I look at art, I just see it, I'm like, okay. But I don't analyze it like you guys do.
I don't analyze it either. It's just immediately noticeable that one eye's different.
I
I
can
was
show you
like
some
wondering
art.
the whole beginning. I was like,
I'll show you some art I appreciated from the crow. Here we go. Here's some.
yeah, I figured. I know what art you appreciated.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, Mad Spidey. You do. Well, legs. I mean, obviously, I think you would plaster that on your wall if you could. That's it. You should have asked James Hobart. Can you draw me a pair of legs?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to afford James O'Barr legs. But anyway, I think.
Well, you could have asked him to draw a girl's legs for you.
No, of course we would have drawn girls.
Wasted opportunity, Simon. Really.
Anyway, the movie. So I think the movie did it, like, made it. I don't know if you could do the comic book as a movie, the way it was done.
Well, obviously not. It wouldn't attract most audiences. And then when they make movies, they want to make a lot of money. So they changed it in a way that would fit most audiences and toned down the violence. Made more of kind of a buddy situation between Alvarez and Eric, with them fighting and made Eric invincible. Because in the comic, he is invincible. You can't kill him, you can't hurt him. No one can see the crow. And here they made him more kind of like I don't know, sort of a superhero.
Wait, sorry, I didn't pick up on that actually. So no one could see the crow in the comic book.
No, the crow was only in Eric could only see him. They could see Eric, but no one could see the crow. The crow was inside of Eric because he's a spirit.
Okay.
And in the movie, the weird Asian sister notices the crow and says that's where his power is from. And I was like, oh, come on, man. Why are get rid of that Asian sister?
But everyone could see the crow in the movie, right?
Yes, everyone could see the crow.
Which is better.
Not really. Kind of ruined it.
I don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the movie made more sense, I feel like.
Well, I mean, this is James O'Barr pouring out his emotions after what happened to him. It's not going to be something, that marketable maybe in the way it is. You know what's the story about, right?
Tell me.
He wrote this. He started writing this back in the 80s after he lost his Shelley. This is him pouring out all the anger and everything he felt after his girlfriend was killed by a drunk driver. She was instantly killed. That's what the story's about in a way. Because in this special edition, he actually tells you that. People have been asking him, what's your inspiration for years? And who was your Shelley?
So, yeah, I think I did actually skim through some of that. That was at the end, right?
Yeah, or some of it I think was also in the beginning. So that's Eric is him. Eric goes through the same thing, but Eric has the ability to get revenge over what happened. So and he felt like this again when Brandon Lee died. He also mentions that in special edition.
Yeah.
He says, the main thing here is what if? What if I didn't write it? Brandon Lee wouldn't have played. He wouldn't have died. And he also says, what if I called my girlfriend 10 minutes earlier? What if I told her, I'll see you tomorrow, baby? because he got stuck. He needed someone to come get him because he had car trouble, and he didn't want to get a ticket. So he called her to come and pick him up. And what happened happened.
I must admit, when I met him, he wasn't the most lively of people. When I spoke to him, he was pretty like, yeah, he didn't really say much to me. I was trying to have a chat, but
Well, I don't know. It definitely something that changed him forever. At least if you based on what he wrote.
So really, in his mind, he wants to get revenge on
Well,
the world.
this was his way. He poured all of that anger into this. Which kind of makes you feel a little bit bad about criticizing it in some ways, maybe, because it's when you find out. Yeah, she captures the weird Asian sister captures the crow in the movie. Yeah. I love how they toned down the violence, but they put incest in.
Yeah, but
it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, he's
we're gonna tone down the violence, but we're gonna put incest. How does that make sense? Unless he was joking, I have no idea because he said that's my sister.
But in the movie they made the gang seem more like I don't know what's the word, like a high-end gang. Well, in this they're just street thugs. You know what I mean? They're just like.
Now they're quite effective street thugs, if you ask me.
Mad Spidey has James O'Barr commission artwork. I believe he's got a Morbius drawn by James O'Barr.
He said to me, "Who's that weird guy with the hair? I don't like him."
That's me.
Really?
I think he's joking. No, because I saw Mad Spidey last year. I think that was when. I don't know if that was when I first started actually talking to Mad Spidey, because I bumped into him. Yeah, so he has a.
He actually said that to Mad Spidey.
No. He's saying he's got a commission art from James O'Barr, and it's Morbius commission from James O'Barr.
All right, Morbius. I said that about Morbius is the weird guy with the hair.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I think that con might have been the first time. I'm not sure. Was that the first time we really started talking about this stuff, Mad Spidey? Because I've known him since I was like a kid, but like decades went past without us sort of really contacting each other.
That's amazing.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the book. I just thought that the movie did a good job of turning that into a movie. I feel like the things they changed kind of needed to be changed to make it a.
Well, I mean, that's obviously they would have made those changes anyway for the movie. I just think the book's a better representation of love and losing it. I think in the movie it's much more weak. It's not really that believable. I found. I mean, I don't know. The scenes are kind of weak with the love between like Shelley and Eric. Because when you read the book and you see all these memories, you actually feel how tragic it was. Also, something because in the movie it just happens suddenly. There's no rhyme or reason for it. And in the movie, what they did was Shelley was in the way of the gangs to get the house. They wanted to get the apartment building they were living in, and Shelley was trying to do something against that, and that's why they came and threatened her. And then Eric came home just at that moment, and they killed him, and they probably hurt her really bad as well. And losing Eric, she died later at the hospital.
Yeah, they definitely. Okay.
But in the book, she's already dead. Eric's the only one that's kind of alive, and even then, he's not gonna make it. I did find it hilarious how the detective put his card between Eric's toes in the comic. That was so funny. At first, I thought, is that a toe tag?
They definitely didn't.
That was so hilarious. It's like you got this book full of rape, murder, killing, and then the detective puts his card between the man's toes. Like
That was for the foot fetish scene.
probably.
That's for like Tyler.
Yeah, it's not as strong. The love aspect's not as strong in the movie. I mean, you get it. Eric came back to kill them for what they'd done to him and Shelley for killing Shelley, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the chemistry wasn't strong enough between Brandon Lee and the actress that played Shelley, but it just wasn't.
There could have been maybe though, because definitely in the movie they don't do many flashbacks with that much because it's heavily. The comic book is heavy on their flashbacks. But maybe he died before they could film all that stuff.
Maybe, but it's not as emotional. It just doesn't feel that same way. What happens to is in the end, the crow tells him, when you see the lady in black again, go with her this time. And we see him go to Shelley's tombstone, and he's sitting there with a gun. And then the book kind of ends, but then we see him walking on the beach, and that's kind of where it ends.
Wait, does he mean?
I guess
evil? Does evil mean what happens to him at the end, like at the end of the book?
Yeah,
about?
in the end of the book, I think.
Or do you mean how does he like die in the?
Because in the movie, what they did was he dug out of his his grave, but then he goes back into it. We see Shelley again. Also, I beefed that they didn't make Shelley blonde. Could they afford a wig? No,
I don't think that's important.
I mean, come on. At least stick to how she looks. I don't know. It didn't. The love didn't feel as real. That's the thing. The love, like Sarah had for Eric and Shelley, felt more real and more strong than what was between Eric and Shelley.
I feel like the Sherry character in the book, the Sarah character in the book, it was really random because
wasn't it? That is the thing I did like about the movie, that they made a stronger connection between Sherry and Eric.
That was, I feel like that was needed because in the book it was so random that she's just like so attached to this guy that she met one Mr. Clown Man. You know, don't go. I love you. It's like, what? You've met this guy for 2 seconds. Like there is no connection. You know what I mean?
To be fair, this kid doesn't really have anyone in life.
Yeah, okay. But still, I just found
what I found interesting is that he just gives her the ring as well. Like in the movie, it makes sense. Sherry was someone they were kind of like her parents in a way. And it makes sense that he would leave her Shelley's ring for her to have later. And but in the comic, it's like, why would you leave this thing you gave Shelley to a random child you don't know?
It's true. Just because her name sounded similar, Sherry.
I don't know.
You know what's funny, right? So you don't know this, but so that Sarah girl from the first movie, she's in the sequel, but she's all grown up.
Oh, really? Oh,
and
I didn't know
she's
that.
a babe. She's played by some chick called Mia Kirshner, I think her name was.
Oh well, I mean, she looked like a nice girl. Can't say she was pretty.
Or she grew up to be one, to be a pretty girl.
I mean, the actress was nice enough. High comic issues.
Hey, you got prize tag by Matilda.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
How much of a spoiler is it now? Yeah, so in the movie, that part was definitely better. That was better what they did with Sarah. It's also better that they made her older a bit as well. Because and also they made her living situation a bit better with her mom, because it doesn't really improve after he tells the mom to leave. Because you still see her back in the apartment she lives in. The floor's full of trash. She's sleeping on the mattress. She's in her underwear.
Yeah, but in the movie, like the mom plays a decent role in it too. You know what I mean? And in the comic, she's there. She's just in that fun boy scene. So
yeah, that's it. Well, Eric doesn't want to kill her. He's just trying to get rid of her. Hi, Scott's shelf.
Scott's shelf. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're getting close to an hour. Anything else you want to add to sum up The Crow?
Well, like I said, they could have made the romance between them better in the movie.
In the movie.
It wasn't. You didn't feel it the same way you felt it in the comic.
True.
Or in the graphic novel. It was much better.
The flashbacks definitely play a big part of that in the book.
Yeah.
I just thought that things that they changed for the movie were needed. Like
they definitely had to change it. They wouldn't have been able to make a proper movie out of this.
It's just shit because I read the first half really quickly and I was really into it, but that was like what, almost a month ago, right? When I started it, and then I rushed through the rest of it, and yeah, I must say, like,
I'm disappointed in you, Simon.
I know.
I was trying so quickly to finish reading, and you haven't even done. I'm like,
I had all this stuff going on, right? Matilda, I got to find a new place to live and all this stuff. It's all getting to my head. So, yeah. All right. Well, we might start wrapping it up. I'm glad I got you to talk me through this book because everything you said, I was like, wait, did I read this book? I'm not even sure myself now. Which was better for you? Yeah, I think I preferred the movie, but the book was its own thing. I just think that the movie,
the comic was better.
I don't think the movie would have been as good if they made it exactly the same as the comic. Definitely, little things like you said, the building on the romance could have been good, but yeah, I think the things they changed for the movie were necessary.
Yeah, they could have done the romance much better.
There was some because in the comic book he says so much of that biblical crap. In the movie, he only says it every now and then, and it's good. Like he says some good stuff.
Now biblical crap, really? Simon?
It's a lot in the.
But not a lot of it's biblical. So a lot of poetry in there. Although you gotta love Eric's sentences and like the random shit he just says. I mean, I'm sure it's not random. I think when you read this, you have to go and look for a lot of references. I think there's a lot of stuff in here that do have meaning, but if you don't know what it is, it's kind of hard to tell. Also, I gotta say, when Brandon Lee, when he played in the scenes where he was acting like Eric when he was going extra crazy, that's where he nailed it. But I don't know, any other scenes where he didn't exactly feel like the Crow that much, the way Eric was supposed to be. He nailed it more in the scenes where he was going mental. That was spot on.
There was one line in the movie that he doesn't say in this, right? And the scene totally happens.
There's a lot of them.
There's the bit after he blows up the pawn shop and he is confronted by Albrecht, the cop, right? And, in the movie when he's like, freeze, and then he's like, I thought the cops always said freeze or whatever. He's like, no, but don't move. If you move, you're dead. And then he goes, and I say I'm dead, and I move. And I was like, that's the coolest line ever. Love it.
Dead and I move. Well, he does move. Oh, Jesus. Pressed on something. I also love how many nuns can dance on a pin. That's something he says at the end to T-Bird, sorry.
T-Dog. T-Dog. It's a way better name.
There's a lot of gang members in this one. In the book, a lot more of them. I love how creatively he kills a lot of them too.
I don't think did the knife scene happen? I don't think that happened. Did it?
Wait, no, they didn't happen like that. He didn't shove a lot of knives in him.
He does face him in the alley, like in a little alleyway, though.
I gotta ask though, because in the movie they say when they find him with the guy with all the knives in, they say that he was that Eric stuck a lot of knives in him in alphabetical order of the organs. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah, so this is the bit with the knife. He just gets shot. So
no, how the fuck did they know that he shoved the knives in to the vital organs in an alphabetical order? When I heard that in the movie, it's like, what? How can you tell?
I think they were just making a joke.
Maybe because I was like, can you even tell that? Wait, we have to talk about the Asian sister before we go.
Okay, we've talked about it, but yes. What do you need to say?
What was she needed for? I need to know. What was she there for?
Just so you knew that Top Dollar was a badass because he can get the Asian babes, you know?
Yeah, that's his sister.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's
half
right.
sister, but still his sister.
Yeah, that was
Like,
a bit, that was a bit weird.
she's kind of useless when you think about it. Although she does die in a cool way. She get her eyes pecked out,
Yeah,
which
but
I
remember
thought was appropriate. She was obsessed with eyes.
they do that bit where they take the eye out and they let it on fire and then they smoke. They inhale the smoke from it. It's good stuff.
I don't know. I found her weird when I was a kid too. This didn't help. I think the director just had a specific fetish of Asian and eyes.
Maybe.
He's like, I'm gonna make that happen in this movie. You know the Asian lady that's with Top Dollar. She's I don't know, his other henchman lady.
It was his,
Also,
like
remember the scene where Eric holds like the mom's hand? Which, by the way, in the movie, the mom has a name, but in the comic, she doesn't. I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
She
made
doesn't
her
have a
relevant
name.
in the movie. And
Yeah,
I think
and I didn't get the part where he pressed on her hand and the morphine came out. It's like, does Eric have the powers of time travel now?
No, he's just like squeezing it so hard he squeezed the morphine out.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Bei Ling is the actress who plays the Asian chick.
Ah, thanks for that, Matt Spidey. Now I have an image of Simon actually licking her legs.
She was a sister. He mentions that, that she's a sister. I'm pretty sure in the movie. So,
and she's not actually a sister. Then I hope, because that's weird.
Well, it's also like, again, they didn't look like brother and sister, right? So we'll give them that.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I mean, same dad, different moms. That's still that was weird. I don't know. I feel like you could have taken her out of the movie and it wouldn't change much.
Probably not. But okay,
yeah.
well, I know we keep saying we're gonna go, but okay, what about the end of the movie when they fight on top of the church? That's pretty cool.
It was okay.
That is not in the comic at all. But
yeah, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't really that impressive.
We're comparing the Crow comic book to the movie. I thought that was kind of cool, considering he pulls the cross out from the church and uses it as a sword. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay, that part was cool, but it was okay overall. I can't say I almost fell out of my wheelchair. But how amazing it was.
Well,
it was nice though.
I was waiting for it to happen in the comic, and it didn't happen. So,
no, in the comic, it's wow. The way he kills him in the comic, you don't even see, but you don't need to see it. The implication is enough. And how the Crow tells him later, "You made a hamburger out of the last guy," and I was like, "Yeah, that was pretty much what I thought was gonna happen."
All right, look, we'll wrap it up because we've hit over an hour. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us and listening to me talk about a book I apparently didn't read. I'm glad I did it with you, Matilda.
Me too, Simon. It was fun.
They just released
on the comic. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely look out for that. I don't really have much Crow merch, and considering
now you have the Funko Pop you were gifted though, the Crow.
Yeah, I do.
I have that one.
All right. Yeah, I can't believe it's that old, huh? It's crazy. How old am I, man?
Oh, really? It's how old was I? Was just born.
93, I think.
No, I wasn't born yet.
Good night, mate. All right, we'll wrap it up.
Spidey.
Matilda, what do you got going on? Any videos coming out?
Well, I have my giveaway.
Ooh, giveaway? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made a video about another showcase comic, issue 6. That was Oh, and also go check out Crime Alley Comics' giveaway.
Yeah, I filmed my video entry for him the other night, but I'll probably release that later in the week.
I
I still
need
got,
to hurry because he's ending it on the, I think he said 15th of July.
yeah, I've already got it made, so it'll come out like because I've got an unboxing video of a statue. I'll probably release that tomorrow,
Oh,
and then
more
I'll release,
statues.
huh? Yeah, more
More
statues.
statues.
Yeah, I got
Is
that
that
coming.
another one you just borrow to open and you have to return?
Yes, yes,
Man, what a headache! Until you open the damn thing, then you have to put it back. And what
yeah.
does your friend? What does your friend tell the customers if they see it? Somebody's
No,
like, "Ah, my Asian friend looked at it."
no. He owns the statue. He buys the statues and then lends them to me to unbox. Like they're his.
Ah, so
He's
they're
not
his.
selling them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was it's from a store, and I was like, man, imagine all the headache putting it back in.
Yeah, no, that is the worst part. All right, we'll wrap it
I'm
up.
sure.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys keep it simple, and we'll
And
see you
read
next.
the books. Don't be a noob.
Yeah, don't be like me. Read the book. See you guys.